Bruh, they put Sonic in a halfway house.
They did. They really did.
Bro, I think I'm gonna have to go with
Mother.
Welcome back to the Unprofessional Critics. Not only has the March Madness tournament started making work productivity at an all-time low, but with so many live-action adaptations coming out, including Snow White this past Friday, we thought it would be fun to do a bracket for the best live-action movie adaptation. Instead of North, South, East, and West, we've broken it down to Disney, books, games, and Broadway. Disney is at the number 1 seed, followed by Broadway, then books, then games. But I can't start without my friends, so you guys already know Naaman. We've also got a new guest here, my girl Tay. For our first matchup, we've got Jungle Book from 2016 and Pinocchio from 2024.
Jungle Book.
Hands down for me, Jungle Book. What do you think?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, it's the Jungle Book for me.
When did it? You know what? When did they even make live action Pinocchio? I only remember like the one with like Robin Williams or something like that.
You didn't miss nothing. It was not worth seeing. It really wasn't. It wasn't even good. Yeah,
right there.
So that was
the fact that I didn't even hear about it. Like
that's a blowout of a matchup right there.
Jungle
it was
Book.
just.
Tom Hanks gave his all, but it was a bad movie.
Well, you can check out one of our reviews right here.
We did a review on that.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I've just been asleep.
And next up, we've got Cruella versus Lion King live action adaptations.
Ooh, okay. This one's actually tough because Cruella was actually really good, and I really loved Emma Stone's like portrayal of Cruella de Vil.
It was good,
but at the same time,
can we get ahead of the criticism right now? Do you guys consider Lion King live action?
I say yes.
I always said it wasn't because there's no real,
it's
there's
all
no
animation.
living.
There was no
it's
real
all animation.
Where are the real lions?
The real talking lions.
I mean, but you gotta think about it though. That it goes back into, even though with like the Jungle Book, like you have like the animals talking, but that was like one little character, like barely like few characters that were actually live.
You still had live humans.
Yeah,
barely
had Mowgli
interacting.
Barely.
What are you
Still,
talking
that's
about,
all they need is one human to make it live action.
Well,
so technically,
anyways, what Disney served us in like 1994, I don't think it was going to be matched. And
exactly.
I don't even know why they made Mufasa, because Lion King didn't do good.
I think
Lion King was $1 billion movie. That's why they made Mufasa. Lion King was $1 billion movie.
I think we just had high expectations for Lion King, and when it came to Mufasa, it was a new, fresh story that was able to suck us in. Like, oh, it's something new that we haven't really heard.
Yeah.
Versus like Lion King, we compared it to the movie we know, love, and grew up on, and everything like that. And then to me, also too, with some of the characters or the voiceovers in Lion King, it didn't hit as much as hard as it.
And that was the other thing too, like
Seth Rogen in Africa.
Celebrities.
Who did this?
He's a good Pumbaa. He's a good Pumbaa.
I think he did pretty good.
Yeah,
but again, I just think it just didn't hit.
Yeah, it didn't hit.
I've seen better Pumas. Like
Pumas?
Definitely Pumbaa.
Pumbaa.
Either way, I picked Cruella de Vil.
I'm gonna go with Cruella.
That one.
Yeah, I picked Cruella.
Lion King, it was just okay. I think we had more higher expectations for it.
Mufasa was better.
Mufasa was definitely better.
I'm actually wearing my Pumas right now.
Anyway. All right, next one we've got Beauty and the Beast versus Aladdin. This is a tough one for me, honestly. Like, Belle's one of my favorite princesses. Growing up, that was one of my favorite movies. I love the live action Aladdin, but I feel like that's a mix. I don't know. Like, that's maybe an unpopular opinion. I don't know. But Beauty and the Beast was really good, too. So I'm a little torn.
I feel like that's kind of... I mean... I would probably pick Beauty and the Beast, but there's certain aspects of Aladdin that I like. I don't know why. I think I enjoyed the musical part of Aladdin, like the music, like that kind of like, okay, versus, just like certain characters or certain celebrities that were in there.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm gonna say Beauty and the Beast. But listen, this is another case of who was on this casting staff. Like,
I mean, it was a big deal at the time. I'm gonna say Beauty and the Beast too, though.
Because they were like, it was like Will Smith. He's a perfect genie. He can't even sing, bro.
At the time, we were all excited for it, though. At least I don't know. I thought we were, but
no. I don't think he was as bad of a genie as people thought.
He really wasn't.
To me,
I feel like he picked up that movie a little bit.
I feel like he did pretty good for him.
His CGI work was...
All right, so verdict on that one is Beauty and the Beast. And last in our Disney category, we've got Mulan versus Little Mermaid.
Mulan, honestly, I think because it was live action, but it didn't have all the music in there. I think that's what people miss was the music and Mushu in there. Definitely. But I feel like overall the actual storyline was pretty good with her having a sister and her sister they're both trying to get married or whatever, get chosen, and her sister ended up did. I think that part, the storyline was pretty good, but for Little Mermaid, I just feel like it was 10 out of 10 for me. I think the acting, the singing, the theatrics, and everything was phenomenal.
I'm gonna agree with you right there because like this is a case of great casting, in my opinion. I love Halle Bailey, as the Little Mermaid, and it gave like a fresh take on it. With Mulan, even though we were missing the music, they filled it in with like giving us great storylines and a great character arc. I'm gonna go with Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I feel like Mulan, I feel like we wanted so much of that nostalgia, and like I know it doesn't have to be an exact adaptation, but I just feel like they kind of, I don't know. I feel like the expectations weren't met. Not that it wasn't a good movie, but the expectations weren't met. So yeah, looks like Little Mermaid. Verdict for that one. All right, so we've got our Disney bracket set. We've got Jungle Book versus Cruella, and then we've got Beauty and the Beast versus The Little Mermaid. But before we get to that, let's get to our Broadway section. So we've got Hamilton ranked at number 1 and versus Cats, which is ranked last.
Why is Hamilton on this list?
I mean, technically, I know it was still a play that they showed, but it
was a live recording of a Broadway play with original cast from Broadway.
But people called it a movie.
It wasn't a movie. That's like saying that if that's the case, then why isn't Shrek the Musical on here? Because that was also a live recording. Why isn't Legally Blonde on here?
If you want to be technical, Hamilton the musical that was bought to Disney Plus was several of those plays in one. That was not one extending play. Those were like 3 plays. And some of those they had to do with the empty auditorium to get the shot that they needed. Technically.
So to me, it doesn't matter play or not. Cats was so bad. Like, I'm willing to forgo all of that because Cats was just that bad.
That's what I'm saying.
You could have had Les Mis on this list, bruh. You could have had A Raisin in the Sun.
Are you saying that you like Cats better than
Either way. What's your vote?
It's not a movie, but I'm going to say Hamilton.
That movie disturbed me so much. I can't even
Jason Derulo as a cat was highly disturbing.
All right, next we've got Hairspray versus Rent.
I literally have a degree in musical theater. So this is my life. This is what I do for a living.
This is my life.
This is my bracket. And I love me some Rent. I love it. But I don't think the movie did the actual stage version justice. Yeah. And with Hairspray though, it's really hard to mess up Hairspray. But they really nailed it though. And I love Zac Efron, and I love that they went out and found a Tracy Turnblad. I'm gonna go with Hairspray.
So I love Hairspray. might be a little biased on this one, but I just love Hairspray. But I think they executed it really well. The casting was great. The music was great. The message was there. So, no brainer for me. What do you think?
Yeah, pretty much. Hairspray it is, for sure. I think, like you said, Rent was good. The way they did it, but they just didn't do the musical justice, like Neiman said.
I think so.
But Hairspray, I might be biased because I just love the story of Hairspray a little bit more. And then it's like any little different version, or like, even just an actual high school play even doing it, I'm like, okay, I actually will sit here and listen and enjoy it.
Elijah as Seaweed is just like pure...
Yeah,
perfect casting.
Yeah.
And the fact that they went out and got musical theater people to do this movie is just you can't beat it.
So Hairspray for that round.
Yep, for sure.
Next we have Wicked versus Annie.
Ooh.
This ain't even a competition.
It's not?
No,
I mean,
it's not.
is it though?
You really think
Wait,
that
we're talking about Annie from like the original, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
The newest one.
No, he's saying the original.
The original.
The redhead girl, yeah.
Okay.
Everything.
But
Okay, I was thinking of the newer
with Jamie
one.
but still,
Yeah.
it's not even a competition.
But
What's your Wicked? What are you saying?
Wicked, hands down.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I literally love Wicked. I just watched Wicked last night.
Hands down, like
I just watched Wicked for the third time last night, so
Annie bored me as a kid.
Really? I loved Annie.
I only liked
loved Annie as a kid.
I literally only liked It's a Hard Not Lie for Us. Yeah, nah, Annie. not Annie.
To be fair, I do
Wicked.
feel like I would have to go back and watch the original Annie to give it like a fair shot. But just for this ranking right now, Wicked.
Oh yeah, definitely Wicked. I think everything just overall was exceptional. I think the actors were good. The music was good. The way they put everything together, because a lot of people didn't even know the story of Wicked, and I think they did the movie justice.
But not only that, they went back to the book.
Exactly.
And added stuff in there and made it a 2-part movie so they can fit everything in there.
And I've seen the play. The play is my favorite Broadway play, by the way. And the way they executed it, I was just so happy with it. So
it really did it justice.
I agree.
Even though SpongeBob was in the movie, but it's whatever.
I'm dead.
So this might be the hardest one. Dreamgirls versus Grease.
Grease is my guilty pleasure.
I feel that.
It is my guilty pleasure, but the music of Dreamgirls is just so freaking good, and they added music to it with Beyonce's song "Impatience," and it's just.
That's a really hard one.
Really
I've
hard
also seen Dreamgirls on Broadway. It is amazing. I feel like the movie is amazing. Acting, I mean, Jennifer Hudson, Beyonce, like Jamie Foxx, like
Grease is like the perfect like classic movie just to go back and watch. But Dreamgirls, it just hits home.
I will have to give it to Dreamgirls. I play this soundtrack while I'm walking my route. It is just so good. It's one of those movies that I can play on repeat. It's a comfort.
I agree.
movie.
I'm surprised you picked it, but yeah, I agree too. I picked Dreamgirls.
No, Dreamgirls I think is, like I said, it hits home. Like you said, you can listen to it while not even having to watch the movie. Like you probably catch yourself at times singing the certain certain songs or certain parts,
And not only that, but like there's things in the Dreamgirls movie that is implied in the stage show, but we actually get to see it in the movie, such as the Detroit riots. They added history into there. We got to see the version of Aretha Franklin. We got to see a version of young Michael Jackson in this movie. It's just they they molded it into the movie very perfectly. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna have to go with Dreamgirls.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got our bracket set for the Broadway category. We've got Hamilton versus Hairspray, and then Wicked versus Dreamgirls. All right, now we're on to our game category. So we've got Detective Pikachu versus Assassin's Creed.
Hello.
We had to sub out Tay for this one, so welcome, Daryl.
What's up, everybody?
People are really gonna hate me.
All right, let's go.
Detective Pikachu was great. Ryan Reynolds, I just couldn't get behind the whole talking Pikachu with Ryan Reynolds' voice. But I'm kind of a sucker for character development.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to choose Assassin's Creed.
We're seriously doing that today. We're seriously doing that today.
Yeah.
So you disagree?
Let's get into it. So I would say with Detective Pikachu, what was cool about that is you have all your classic Pokemon in there. So you're going to go with Charizard, Squirtle, Blastoise. I mean, you have the mascot Pikachu being the detective in the movie. That is pretty cool. And then they came out with a card game for the Pokemon TCG. So they have cards with the Pokemon movie. This is as classic as you can get. Because the old Pokemon movies back in 2000, they had cards with it. They have cards with this movie too. It's just a classic.
But
Good point.
the inconsistency of all the Pokemon saying their Pokemon names like how they're supposed to, and then Pikachu is just straight up talking to your ass like.
I get it, and it doesn't give you that nostalgic feel that Pokemon is supposed to give you.
I feel like that's where it threw a lot of people off, because I feel like, for me anyway, it was kind of like, where is this coming from? Why is he a detective? Like, it was really random. And then just with Ryan Reynolds, like you said, it was just like, everything with him pretty much is a joke. So it's like, but I feel like that's what I liked about it. It was like lighthearted. It was like fun. So yeah, I go with Detective Pikachu.
I'm not gonna win this battle with you guys, but
Of course not. And let's talk about how the video game is versus the movie with Assassin's Creed. Because Assassin's Creed, you sneaking up on people, slicing their necks, you're assassinating people. You are really going through an open world and doing what you want.
I get that. But maybe if they ever made a second one, we would get that because they set it up for that.
And the movie came out in 2016, and we're in 2025, and we got nothing.
Yep. All right, then we've got the second ranked Sonic versus Tomb Raider.
Angelina Jolie versus whoever this one dude is.
What?
I don't know.
What are you saying?
Why does
right
Sonic
now?
have a caretaker?
Because he's not from this planet, and he literally acts like a kid with ADHD. Like, what are we doing?
This little chili dog eating blue blur. Like,
Why? Bruh, they put Sonic in a halfway house.
They did. They really did.
Bro.
Nah. I Tomb Raider, Angelina Jolie killed that role, and she made me feel things as a kid.
Yep.
Oh yeah, she was. You ain't gonna top Angelina Jolie.
You can't. Yeah.
Anywho, I'm gonna go against that, which might be kind of controversial, but I'm gonna say Sonic.
Traitor.
Because for one, the fact that it already has 3 movies, nobody expected that. The animation started out so terrible, so I feel like it had a redemption.
So did-
it didn't scar little kids. Like, I feel like it's just.
But so did Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider had 3 movies.
I mean, yeah,
3
but
movies with awesome acting too.
Sonic is good.
In
though.
action.
Sonic is good.
I'm not gonna downplay Sonic. Sonic was good. It's a good movie to watch with your family, by yourself, whatever. It is a really good movie. But Tomb Raider with the action and the character,
that's my boy right there.
Tomb Raider was good.
Video game, like it's just Well, Sonic is classic when it comes to video games too. That was one of the favorite things I grew up with Sega growing up. It was just amazing. So
I think that was my thing too. It's more nostalgic for me because I played Sonic all the time.
Think about this. Did Sonic have his own amusement park ride?
Ooh.
That you would occasionally get stuck upside down on?
Okay, can we talk about Jim Carrey though? And how he literally retired and came back only
Jim
for
Carrey
Sonic.
is my favorite.
Like,
He's one of my favorite actors. He's one of my
sellout.
That's what I'm saying.
He
Can
is
we
a
talk about
sellout.
that?
Sellout? Bro said, I am not coming back for acting until I have a role. That really
he's
speaks
perfect
to
for
me.
Eggman. Like,
He's the perfect
for that
Eggman,
role.
Dr. Robot. Like it's perfect.
Yeah, he's perfect for that.
But think about this, Daryl. Laura Croft.
Anywho, looks like I
Take
lost
that.
this one, so we're gonna go with Tomb Raider, I guess.
From what I've just heard and remembered from both movies, the video games, I gotta go with Sonic.
Tomb Raider.
Sonic!
Oh! How dare you do this to Angelina Jolie?
I'm sorry.
Hey.
I was Team Tomb Raider when it first started, but I forgot Jim Carrey for a quick second. That's my dog.
All right, now we're at Mortal Kombat versus Super Mario Brothers. Now, these are both from the 90s.
Okay. Do we really have to discuss this?
It shouldn't be a discussion, honestly. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, Mario and Luigi pulled the blicky out. Somebody. What?
Not the blicky.
Out of every video game that you guys have ever played of Mario, when have you ever seen him pull out a torch flamethrower and actually start killing Goombas that way? I have never seen that a day in my life, and it is in that movie.
Mario Sunshine?
No.
That's no.
He had to eat the fire plant in the video game to throw fire, but he ain't pull out no flamethrower.
I didn't see the raccoon Mario that floats with the tail. I didn't see.
It was just a bad movie.
That was not good.
The only
not good.
thing missing from that was him going like, "I'll be back." But boy just pulled out a bruh.
King Koopa?
King Koopa was a white man.
Was a person.
Yeah. Like, what? Like,
Hold on now. Hold
it
on.
was terrible. Low-key nightmare fuel. Like,
Let's get into Mortal Kombat.
Oh my goodness, Mortal Kombat.
It's a classic, but and when you think of it, like they gave us like the theme song of Mortal Kombat, and I'm just I'll have to go with Mortal Kombat on this one. I just can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that.
Same.
100%.
Yep. That's what we got. And lastly, we've got Rampage versus Uncharted. So, I'm not going to lie. I've seen both of these movies, and I don't really remember them. So, if that's saying anything...
I have not seen either one of these movies.
Okay.
I've only seen Uncharted. I didn't even know there was a Rampage movie.
Not at all.
That says a lot.
I mean, Rampage had The Rock in it, so I remember seeing...
That's all you need to tell me.
I remember the preview.
That's all,
very okay.
That's all you need to tell me, that he was in the movie, and I'm already going to count it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fear that. That might be... that might be the...
So I'm pretty sure it was Destruction in Rampage. I'm guessing that was what's
like
going
the
on.
monkey went on a rampage. Was his name Rampage?
Wait, hold on.
It has a monkey in it.
I'm curious. Is there a rhino in that movie?
You don't remember the trailers at all?
Or am I tripping? Is there a rhino?
I think there is a rhino.
I swear it was the game that I used to play used to have a rhino and a monkey destroying the city, just destroying everything. And you throw in the Rock in the mix.
It's the Rock.
Listen,
he's gonna fight these
The Rock.
monkeys.
I like Tom Holland, so I'm gonna say Uncharted. But
Uncharted was solid. I've seen that one. So Uncharted.
y'all might have to just let us know in the comments because clearly
Yeah,
we
you
don't
guys have to
know.
tell us.
We don't know. Now we're on to our book category. We've got number 1 ranked Wizard of Oz and number 8 ranked The Great Gatsby.
The fact that y'all think that my ADHD ass can read is wild.
Nobody
What?
Nobody asked if you read the books, Naaman. Did you watch the movies?
Oh, I watched the movies.
That's all we care about. I don't know. I feel like this almost isn't fair. Like, if we're talking about Wizard of Oz, that's a classic. I don't know. What do you guys think?
And I think with the Wizard of Oz, because there's just so many different versions of it, I mean, it just makes it a classic too. Where very enjoyable to watch. I mean, Leonardo did do a pretty good job in The Great Gatsby. Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed the movie. You know,
Not only did Leonardo do good, but Tobey Maguire also did pretty well.
Toby did it.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm trying. I think I might have to go with the Wizard of Oz just because.
Yeah.
Also, too, not just the story of the Wizard of Oz. You have like the different versions. You have the before with Wicked, and then that backstory and everything like that. So
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
They created music just to tell this story, but I'm gonna go with Great Gatsby.
Okay. I will say I do love the underlying, I guess the concept of The Great Gatsby, and I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio is just an amazing actor in general. But it's the Wizard of Oz, and it's a classic, and I feel like for its time, we have to look at that and just how like unique and creative it was.
Don't be a sellout.
I gotta go with Wizard of Oz.
Sellout.
Sorry, not sorry.
It's okay.
Great, interesting matchup here. We've got Crazy Rich Asians versus Princess Diaries.
Wait, that was.
Yeah, that was a book.
Princess was a book.
That was a book.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it was a book.
Huh. You learn something new every day.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, obviously, my millennial self
I know, right?
loves Princess Diaries, but Crazy Rich Asians was
That's good.
so good.
Why? Why was Crazy Rich Asians so good?
Because I'm Asian. That's why. But I'm poor and I want to be rich. No.
Movies is inspiration. Anyway,
One day. No,
I'll be crazy and rich.
I will be. I'll be crazy.
Well, you already got the crazy part down. So.
I know,
Yes.
right? You just need to be rich.
Okay.
That's true.
You got the Asian.
Almost there. But
2/3.
yeah.
I
don't
know.
know.
Princess Diaries, I feel like it was low-key ahead of its time. I have to go with that one. I'm going with nostalgia on this one. So, yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Crazy Rich Asians on this one.
Okay.
What's up to me now?
Deciding vote.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Princess Di.
You mother!
Okay. It's okay. Sorry.
Wow.
This is my side over here.
Wow.
Next category, we've got Bridge to Terabithia versus Ready Player One.
Childhood trauma versus the dream.
The future. Like,
future.
yes.
For sure.
Yeah. Bridge to Terabithia was a good movie, don't get me wrong. It was just so sad. Like, as a child, it was really sad.
It was
like,
unexpected.
thinking about it now, I mean, I was literally just bawling my eyes out in the theater. Like,
Thinking about adult years, it kind of hit a little bit harder too. Like,
Yeah.
like, dang.
I can't
like,
imagine
why,
watching that now.
You know?
It was like a one and done watch for me because I'm like, I can't. It was so heartbreaking. So, I don't know.
But think about this. If a movie can pull your heartstrings that much,
I know.
wouldn't that make it a good movie?
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
true.
Yeah. But oh my God, did that movie traumatize me as a kid?
Yeah.
She was so close. Dead.
And I feel like I didn't read the book to be fair, but watching it just seemed so sudden that it was kind of like, wait, did that just happen?
She missed the rope. Oh, yeah.
and it was just like that. And just as a kid watching that, I'm just like, it was heartbreaking for real. So I don't know. I feel like I just can't choose it because of that.
Oh my god! And then you have like it still gives you that nostalgic feel because they throw things in there like the Iron Giant, Donkey Kong, like
what was it? The Shining, like Ready Player One is so good. It has so many references in it. It's just like stuff you would never even think about. It's so action packed. Like, I don't know. What do you think?
I think also too, besides the storyline and them getting to the end, but who just wouldn't want to be an avatar and just be someone else, just even for a smidgen, even though like you're competing, but besides all of that, like to create your own character, be somebody new just for a little bit, just like you said, like a dream for sure.
Why you want to be an avatar, not a dead girl in the river?
It's not. That's something to laugh about.
Anyway,
but yes.
Anyway, so it looks like Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
Agree.
Okay,
for sure,
definitely. The last for our book category, we've got Holes versus Forrest Gump.
That's a tough one. I mean, Forrest Gump is like just one of those like classic movies that you just enjoy in any generation that you're in.
Yeah.
But Holes, I mean, I think they outdid.
I literally quote both movies still to this day. Like I'm at work and I will text my boss like, I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Literally.
Well, that's too damn bad. You keep walking. Like, no.
I'll say, I don't smell anything. Like all the time. Like,
or what is it? Or with Forrest Gump, I'm always at rehearsal and go like, Jen, I think I love you, Jen. I knows what love is.
I mean, so many quotables in both. Like, I don't know.
I think I enjoy Holes a little bit more.
Holes gave us an absolute bop in an anthem growing up.
Absolutely.
Dig it up, boom, boom, dig it. Dig it up, boom, boom, oh. No, but I'm gonna have to go with Forrest Gump.
What? Okay. I have to go with Holes. Forrest Gump, I do feel like it's a classic and it's a good movie, but as far as just being more entertaining, and also I feel like the message of Holes, like the fact that they were all like juveniles that went to this camp and made something of themselves, and Zero learned how to read, and I just feel like there's layers to it,
But if you're gonna go with that argument, you got literally an autistic man who accomplished so much in his life. Like he's the owner of Apple. He's the owner of Bubba Gump, shrimp company. He's literally.
I think I just resonate more with like the kid message and the impact that it had at the time. Like seeing kids that were in that position and that kind of made their way out of it. And it was just a good, entertaining movie. It had a good cast, and I don't know. As a millennial too, I just feel like I have to go with Holes. So, yeah, that's my pick.
I think I love you, Janae.
Is it to me again?
I think so.
Oh,
yeah, you're the deciding vote.
Deciding vote. Okay. You guys have both valid points. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably one of the tough ones. Just for me in general, I'm going to go based off of I could just like pop it in and enjoy it like absolutely right now and not feel any type of way, or just watch it all the time. I think I might have to go with Holes.
Why do y'all keep siding with each other? Can't nobody be on my side?
It's not on purpose. It's not on purpose.
We just did Ready Player One.
You can't deny Holes is
I'm by myself over here.
I can fix that. So for our book category, we've got The Wizard of Oz versus Princess Diaries and Ready Player One versus Holes. All right, so now we're back to our first bracket, Disney. So we have Jungle Book versus Cruella. Let's talk about it.
Cruella. Sorry.
It's not even a competition.
Not a competition. Not for that one.
Not a competition.
Cruella.
Not at least for out of these two, it's gotta be Cruella. I thoroughly enjoyed Cruella. If I was to pull up Disney right now, I would pull Cruella up before I pull up Jungle Book. Sorry.
I would say Jungle Book.
No, even for the animated with the all actual little drawn puppies, I'm pulling up 101 Dalmatians.
See,
I would say Jungle Book. I don't know. That movie, it was visually beautiful for one thing. I don't know. I feel like it was good. Cruella, to me, was a little bit drawn out. It was good, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it was drawn out. I feel like it was a little too long. Oh, so definitely. That's why I'm going. Like, if I had to cut something on right now, it's going to be Jungle Book.
See, but like I said, I am a sucker for character development, and you see like, what is it, Cruella's whole backstory, which we have never seen before. We don't know why she's trying to kidnap these freaking Dalmatians. So I'm like, Cruella
Backstory.
So yeah, I mean, I'm outnumbered, so I guess we're going with Cruella on that round. Next up, we've got Beauty and the Beast versus Little Mermaid.
Both are actually really good movies. I think it was executed very well. They stick true to the original story, I think, for both. But again, we all know where I'm going with this one. So you guys got it.
What are you thinking?
I mean, Beauty and the Beast was visually stunning.
It was.
It was a good cast, but I could not get past Emma Watson's auto-tune. She was so auto-tuned.
I didn't think it was that bad.
No, I immediately picked it out. I'm like, that's not Emma Watson. That I could not get past her auto-tune. And for that reason alone, because I love me some Halle Bailey. And we know that is just sheer talent. And the way they executed Little Mermaid, and that was also very visually stunning. Like, I'm going to go with Little Mermaid.
I'm so torn on this one. Like, the way they did Sebastian and Flounder, I feel like it could have looked better.
Oh yeah.
I love Halle. I love her voice. So with that point, you do have me like thinking like maybe I should go with Little Mermaid. Cause man, Part of Your World was just beautiful, like just a masterpiece. But what are you talking about with
Sebastian and Flounder?
They were
like how they look.
They look like the actual like.
It's a live action.
I mean, it's a live action.
So I get it.
What are they supposed to look like? The cartoon characters?
I mean, but
I think some people expected for Sebastian and Flounder to look more like cartoon-ish, but that wasn't what it was. I feel like you didn't get that character vibe from them. You got the actual live action.
Yeah, I mean, she's a mermaid talking to fish.
Yeah,
like,
they're gonna look like fish.
I think it was okay. I don't know. I'm torn. I think part of it is just my own personal preference with Beauty and the Beast and just loving that movie as a child. So I'm gonna go with Beauty and the Beast. I'm gonna go with that one.
Well, you're
even though as much as I loved Halle and loved Little Mermaid, I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay.
It was hard though. It was toss-up. All right, so for our finals for Disney, we've got Cruella versus Little Mermaid. What do we think? I think
it's a little hard, but
a little bit. Now it's like actually really tough.
Yeah.
I think
because you got to think you're putting this movie above all the other live actions that we've rated. So you got to think, is this movie really better than all of those?
if between those two, the way you put it like that, and then between those two, honestly, I think I genuinely love The Little Mermaid a little bit more.
That's what
not just being biased that she's one of my favorite Disney princesses, not even just the live action, but the actual cartoon part of it, and the way they tied everything together, like even with the cameo of the original Little Mermaid, you know, the person who did her voice, like, sorry, I can't think of her name right at the moment, but she had a little cameo in there. You know, I just think they tied it all in together. I think the casting was good. I think and then you could tell when you enjoy a movie, when you watch a movie, they have chemistry off screen. And I think this particular cast for sure, they genuinely enjoyed each other, and then I think they just all meshed together. I think it just tied it all together. So
yeah, I agree,
and I agree with that. I think I will have to go with Little Mermaid though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Little Mermaid too. I feel like visually it was beautiful. I feel like we kind of know some of the behind the scenes work that went into it with her really having to be underwater. I feel like it just. Yeah, I feel like for those reasons alone, and then just Halle, her voice, the actors, I feel like that gets it for me. Like, Cruella was good, don't get me wrong, but if I have to go back, I always think, like, if I had to go back and watch, like, right now, what would I want to watch? It would be that.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think it's, like you said, watching it, if we was to watch Cruella as a kid, we wouldn't enjoy it, because I think about, for my kids, will they enjoy? What can I put on now for them that they will actually probably genuinely enjoy, gravitate to, and actually just sit down and watch, you know? So,
yeah. I agree. All right, Broadway category, Hamilton versus Hairspray. What are we thinking? Naaman says Hamilton's not a movie. So.
It's really not. And for that simple fact, I'm going to have to go with Hairspray, because Hamilton's thing just doesn't fit the category of a live action.
I get it.
Film. It's just the live production of it being filmed.
I get that.
And I'm going to go with Hairspray.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm just going off my mood right now. So,
yeah.
I'm going to have to pick Hairspray on that one, too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I would go with Hairspray, too. I love Hamilton, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it's also 3 hours long. And again, if I had to watch something right now, it's going to be Hairspray. I'm going to be singing along. I'm going to love it. So, yeah. Hairspray on that one. Wicked versus Dreamgirls. That's a hard one.
This is probably our toughest one.
That's a hard one.
For sure. I feel like going back to what I said about Little Mermaid, I feel like both casts meshed very well together. You can tell they liked each other. You could tell they liked each other off camera. And the music, in way both of them was put together.
Like, can we talk about Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande and their chemistry and their voices and
that's just what I'm thinking. Is like, I love me some Cynthia Erivo. Oh my gosh.
Man, like,
for sure,
she took that movie. Like, she took it. She took it.
But like, also you have Jennifer Hudson.
I know she took that. Like,
but you got Jennifer
and Beyonce.
Beyonce.
I know, between Listen and I'm telling you, like.
But just even think about it too. You have Jamie Foxx, you have Eddie Murphy, like you have,
so good too.
You know, you have comedians, you know, turned actors. It's like those two gentlemen, like, they can do so much. They're very diverse. Like, any role you almost put them in, they do a phenomenal job. Like, I'm thinking of
drama,
it like that.
Comedy, all
exactly.
of it.
Like, so this one is, again, this is probably the toughest one.
I think it's hard too because the times are so different. Like,
exactly.
Like, Dreamgirls is one of those like older classics, and then we have Wicked that's brand new, but also based off of an older play. But, you know, still the way the movies are produced is so different. So
I'm gonna go with Wicked.
Me too. Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
This is so hard.
It's hard.
It's probably the bias in me. I'm probably gonna pick Dreamgirls. Honestly. Maybe because Wicked is so new and it's like, okay, you keep hearing it. It's like, I wouldn't mind
I know the hype around it is, yeah.
You know, I wouldn't mind popping on Dreamgirls, you know, a little popcorn or whatever. But yeah, definitely.
Those songs in Wicked, I could listen to over and over again. I mean, same thing with Dreamgirls, but Wicked just has my heart right now. So Broadway Finals. So we got Hairspray versus Wicked. What are we thinking?
I think we're at a point where it's. I was about to say it's no competition, but then I just started thinking about scenes and like music from Hairspray, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Hairspray is just such a feel good.
It's iconic. Yeah, it does. It just puts you in a happy mood.
It like, really does.
Yeah.
But then with the devil's advocate, but Wicked like kind of sucks you in a little bit.
Wicked
especially when it comes to the music part of it.
Yeah, Wicked just has like a great story.
All right, let's do this. Let's take the music out. What has the better story? For right now, let's just say who has the better story, Wicked or Hairspray?
They both have like pretty much.
They both have a great story.
They both have a great story,
and they have the same message.
And they pretty much have the same message. Yeah,
they do. Yeah,
I mean,
they really do.
It's similar.
It's about acceptance and like equality, and
it's about green and black.
It shouldn't matter what the color of your skin is.
Yeah,
basically, yeah.
What both of these messages portray, and I don't know.
I'm gonna have to go with Wicked, just because I feel like, and maybe again, it's the times. Like if Hairspray were made today, I feel like it would be even better than what it is. Maybe I don't know.
You think that Hairspray would be better without Zac Efron?
I didn't say that. I did not say that. No, I think.
But if it was made today, he couldn't be in that movie.
He wouldn't be in it. That's true.
Who are they?
But I'm talking about the like polishedness of the movie and just how it.
You know, if they would have cast that movie today, you know who would have been Link?
Who?
Who's that? Who's the guy that played Elvis from Hannah Montana?
Oh.
Austin Butler. Austin Butler probably would have been Link, and then it would have been trash. Oh my!
I'm going with Wicked. It's my favorite Broadway play. It's amazing. Has a great message, great actors, great music, everything. So going with Wicked.
First, originally I would have said Hairspray, but thinking back and like you said, take the music out of it, I think I would probably still thoroughly enjoy Wicked as well. So.
Apparently it doesn't matter what I say because Wicked has won.
Your opinion matters.
I don't even know what Wicked has won anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. But what would you have voted for real?
I don't know. It's because like Hairspray was such I loved Hairspray as an adult and a child, and I love Wicked, but I don't know if I would have loved Wicked as a child.
I think I would have. I really think I would have. All right, now moving on to our gaming. So we've got Detective Pikachu versus Sonic for our first round.
I hate that Detective Pikachu's in this.
I know, it honestly kind of seems like a joke. I'm not gonna lie.
I hate that Detective Pikachu is like.
But we're talking about video game movies.
I hate that it even made it past the last round. But
we're talking about video game movies though. There's not that many. So it's like I get it, but
I hate that it's there.
So versus Sonic. It's an easy Sonic for me.
It's Sonic.
Hands
down.
Yeah. Okay. All right, next we've got
Mortal Kombat.
Uncharted.
All right, next we've got Mortal Kombat and Uncharted.
Mortal Kombat's iconic soundtrack. But it's so cheesy. And you don't really get that gore factor that you normally get with the
When you play the game.
When you play the game.
Yeah.
I feel like it is, but at the same time, it was kind of like it was the start of something. Like, I don't know. I just feel like in a way it's a classic, even though it's cheap. Like, some cheesy movies can be a classic. So I feel like I have to go with Mortal Kombat on this one. Mortal Kombat.
I'm going to go with Uncharted.
It's always me. Let's see. I think I'll have to go Uncharted on this one.
She sided with me, guys. You seen it. You seen it.
Don't do it like that. Hey.
All right, and then for the finals for our gaming round, we've got Uncharted versus Sonic.
Sonic. Sorry. Take.
Same.
Wow, y'all some sellouts.
Same.
Put some thought into it. Like, what the frick?
No, Sonic is one of those things I feel like I would have enjoyed as a kid and now. And I can enjoy with my kids.
Yeah.
I think it's just
Agreed.
overall.
It's family
good
friendly.
movie. It's definitely
Agreed.
a family friendly movie. But I honestly, too, in our house, we just genuinely enjoy playing the Sonic games.
It should have been freaking Tomb Raider, but whatever. Sonic.
Sorry, I wasn't here for that part.
All right, first book round, Wizard of Oz versus The Princess Diaries.
Princess Diaries.
What? You agree?
I actually might have to agree with him again. But I thoroughly enjoy Princess Diaries. I feel like it's not like one of those movies. It for sure just makes you smile. Wizard of Oz is a classic. And like I said before, there's so many different versions of it. You know, you have The Wiz, you have Oz, you know, you have Wicked. But I think Princess Diaries just kind of melts your heart a little bit. It puts you when you watch it, puts you in a good mood. Even though that, you know, there were some characters like
Yeah.
but
What I'm saying.
I agree. I love The Princess Diaries. I mean, I say Wizard of Oz, but... All right, next round, Ready Player One versus Holes.
that's kind of a
Holes.
Holes.
Yeah, Holes.
We love
I feel like
Holes.
Holes is probably just one of those like you enjoy classic.
It's a
Disney
classic.
movies. I feel like Holes sometimes don't get the credit that it deserves.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. I think Ready Player One was like one of those movies is like almost like before its time of situation.
Yeah.
But Holes is like
Holes is a classic.
It's a classic.
Like,
It's
we
like
literally-
Princess Diaries. It melts your heart. You thoroughly enjoy it.
How did we end up with
it's a
Disney?
kid-friendly.
Two Disney movies
Yeah.
against each other. Hold on.
The
hold
kids
on,
now
hold on.
love Holes, too.
I'm
I
changing
will
my
say that.
vote. I'm changing my vote to Ready Player One.
It don't matter because you're outvoted. We both say Holes.
Sorry.
So, anyway, final round. Princess Diaries versus Holes.
I'm gonna have to go with Holes on it.
Holes.
Holes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think I thoroughly
That was
enjoyed
easy.
Holes. Yeah.
Easy.
Well, I wish I had the
Easy
button.
peasy.
That was easy.
That was easy. We're in the final four, y'all. So we've got Disney versus games, Little Mermaid versus Sonic.
Little Mermaid versus Sonic. I think I'm gonna be biased. It's probably like the girl in me, the Disney princess in me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't get me wrong. I enjoy the Sonic. I enjoy the series. I enjoy the game. But I think again, just being biased, Disney princess. You know, we already said Hallie. What's her name? Who played Ursula? Who played Ursula
Melissa
again?
McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy. She did absolutely amazing. I just feel like it's an overall good movie that you could just continue to watch again. Versus like sometimes I feel like with Sonic, it's like okay, I could watch it. It could be a one and done. At least for me. But again,
There's
might be a little biased.
Yeah.
There's like another Sonic that I literally was out for maybe a year before I watched Sonic 2. And I really don't plan on watching Sonic 3. I'm just really not into Sonic. But I'm going to have to go with Little Mermaid on this.
I'm not gonna lie, this category, like these matchups seem so weird to me. Like how we ended up here is like crazy to me. I don't even feel like the movies are comparable, so I don't even feel right comparing them. Because I feel like they're completely different. But if I had to pick, I mean, I would pick Little Mermaid. Just based off of, like you said, like rewatchability and just, I feel like I'm not bashing cartoon movies at all or like animated movies, but I feel like Sonic is more of more technically of an animated movie than Little Mermaid, and I feel like Little Mermaid is just more relatable. It has that nostalgia with like the classic, and I don't know. Sonic has that too, but I just feel like the execution and like what pulls on your heartstrings a little bit more, like you have more connection to, is Little Mermaid. So that's what I'll say. All right, Broadway versus books, Wicked versus Holes. What are we gonna do?
So different.
So different.
Both have really good stories.
Both have really
Yes.
good stories. I think the cast for both stories did really good. Both kind of tug on those heartstrings, like you mentioned, like in the other, and with Little Mermaid. But for again, I'm just gonna go based off my mood right now. It's probably gonna go with Wicked. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna go with Wicked.
I'm gonna go with rewatchability of it. I've seen Holes a million times. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
And I could go home and put on Holes and
Right now.
right now
That's
and
facts,
be
for
be content. With Wicked, I gotta be in a certain mood.
I think
You
for
know,
musicals,
like,
period, you have to
yeah,
be in the mood
for-
for it. Yeah.
I gotta be in a mood for Wicked because like I'm gonna say Holes.
I'm gonna say Holes. So we ended up here in the finals with Disney versus books. We got Little Mermaid versus Holes. But yeah, I never expected these to be the final two.
We had things on here like Grease, Wicked, Dreamgirls. We had Hamilton on here. We had freaking Tomb Raider.
Let it go, bro. Let Tomb Raider go.
Beauty and the Beast. There's just been absolute amazing movies. The fact that Crazy Rich Asians isn't here is also
Crazy.
crazy.
For sure. But we can say that over the years there have been some really good movies. Like
Oh yeah, we've got this has
Thoroughly
showed us.
enjoy,
Yeah, we've got some good
you
live
know,
actions.
music, no music. But yeah, this
So what do you guys think? What's your pick?
I don't
we
know.
all know where the ball is going on this side of the court.
Yeah, you know.
So I don't even have to say.
So
it.
you've been rolling hard for Little Mermaid.
Yes.
So
for
is that what
sure.
you're sticking with?
I'm gonna stick with Little Mermaid. I just thoroughly enjoy it. I love the acting. I love the whole production of it. The music was absolutely phenomenal, top tier. I'm going for sure based off my mood. I even with the original Little Mermaid, I could go put that on right now and still have a smile on my face. So I'm gonna go with the live action Little Mermaid on this one. So you guys duke it out. So you guys got it.
Both Little Mermaids were very iconic and very memorable. But you can't say that Holes also wasn't memorable.
I'm not saying it wasn't memorable.
But that's why it's here. That's why we're in this round. But you know, when you take the music out of Little Mermaid,
And you just go based off of the acting or just the story.
Yeah,
Like,
the story of it. It's Holes just kind of like pulls like a different heartstring for me, and that really resonates with me because you know you have these kids that are being basically forced into slave labor to find this treasure for her. They don't know that though, and it's I don't know.
I feel like Holes is more real life. Like,
Yeah.
it relates definitely to more
hits,
things that could happen and has maybe happened. Like, so I love The Little Mermaid. Like, I feel like live actions of classic movies don't always do well. Like, I don't feel like The Lion King did well with that. And The Lion King is my favorite Disney movie, like, ever. Like, it came out the year I was born. I love it, but it didn't execute it right. So I feel like The Little Mermaid did great with that, but I have to go with Holes. I have to go with Holes.
And that's where I'm going too.
That's fine. No, don't get me wrong. I absolutely agree with you guys with that. Holes is an absolutely classic movie. You can put it on, enjoy with the family-friendly movie. You can enjoy with any generation. I think will love it.
Yeah.
But again, I'm just going off of, maybe I'll just, maybe a little biased. Love the music.
I get
love the colors, the theatrics of it. And
it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was. I think the story just beats it out a little bit.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely. For sure.
All right, so there you have it, folks. According to us at the Unprofessional Critics, Holes is the best live action movie. Yes.
Let's go! Holes! Let's go.
Thank you guys for watching.
We love Holes!
We do. Thank you guys so much for watching.
And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you back for our weekly news.
For Holes!
For Holes!
Bye.